right, so here it is in the flesh. This is something that a lot of people have been really looking forward to. Me as one. I think this is really a game changer. This is the Milwaukee M18 Fuel Mid-Torque Impact Wrench. Um, I've yet to open it. Like I said, I like opening this up for the first time with you guys. Then I'll go over it a little bit more. But this is the kit that you're going to get. This is the 2861-22. This mid-torque impact wrench by Milwaukee is also available as a bare tool. There's a lot of different options. I think it also comes with a socket kit on Home Depot. Many different different setups for this impact wrench. I think it might also be available with one battery. Not really sure about that, but this is something, like I said, I get so many comments on this tool. Just the anticipation of it coming out. It's been absolutely amazing, and I'm so happy that Milwaukee sent this to me. So we're going to open this up, and we're going to take a quick look at it. Okay, here is the 2861-22 kit opened up. You get the rapid charger, 2 5-amp-hour batteries, and this awesome hard case to keep your impact wrench safe and secure. If you have these hard cases by Milwaukee, it also has a place where you can lock them up with a little padlock. Really durable hard cases. Again, there's different options with this kit, but this is the 2861-22. Everything you see here is what you will get. All right, here she is out of her hard case. Now, this is the kit, like I said, the 2861-22. You're going to get 2 5-amp-hour batteries, high-capacity batteries. You're going to get the Milwaukee rapid charger that charges your 12-volt and your 18-volt batteries. The impact wrench comes with a belt clip, and again, this nice hard case that you can secure. When I first took this tool out of the case, I was absolutely blown away. I was absolutely amazed on how light and compact that this impact wrench is, and I'm absolutely blown away that it can produce the amount of torque that it can. It's an absolute game changer for a lot of people. Like I said, in my opinion, it's a game changer because a lot of people have to use these high torque impact wrenches. These Milwaukee high torque, the DeWalt high torque, the Makita high torque, Ingersoll Rand, whatever it is, whether it be in the automotive industry. But, they really don't need 700 foot-pounds of torque. And if they do, they don't need it all the time. But they're using a tool that is heavy, that is long, that is really not compact, just to have the function of getting, that 300 to 400 foot-pounds that they kind of need, most of the time. And that's where this tool is an absolute game changer, because now you don't have to have that big, heavy, high-torque impact wrench. You can have something small, compact, and light, and still be in that 300 to 400 foot-pound range. It's really amazing. Not only is it, the highest torque, mid-torque impact wrench in the industry. It has more torque than a lot of brands, high torque impact wrenches. The rigid, their highest torque impact wrench produces 325 foot-pounds. Okay, so let's take a closer look at the Milwaukee Fuel brushless mid-torque impact wrench. If you're familiar with Milwaukee's tools, if you're familiar with their impact wrenches, this looks exactly like their high torque impact wrench. Pretty much just a miniature version, mini-me, the smaller version of the high torque. the same overmolds here. Got the same grip pattern here with the rubber overmolds going all the way up to the back. You got the little fuel brushless emblem there. Same housing right here. They do offer a rubber boot for the mid torque for this impact wrench, just like their high torque. It's sold separately. I recommend it highly because if you work with these impact wrenches, those who work with these, this area tends to get beaten to oblivion fairly quickly. So something definitely to consider. Getting that rubber boot, but the same settings gauge on the bottom here. The one thing that does separate this from the high torque is this has 3 settings, unlike the high torque impact wrench that has 2. So that's definitely a plus. You got the belt clip here. You could put it on either side. It looks pretty much just like all the newer fuel, line of tools. Especially with the settings here. Let's go over the settings real quick. We'll start on mode 1. Now, this is a very, if you're familiar with Ingersoll Rand, their impact wrenches, they have like a hand type mode on their mid-torque impact wrench. That's very similar to this because I would believe that this is under 50 foot-pounds. Let me put it down here because it's focusing in on... So, like I said, very, very, to get the settings, I looked everywhere. I looked for 30 minutes. Milwaukee, there's nowhere where they tell you how much foot-pounds each setting is. Obviously, setting 3 is your max, 450 foot-pounds, 600 foot-pounds of nut brake and torque. But they don't tell you what speed 1 and speed 2 are. So I'm just, guessing, something at this RPM here. Like I said, I think it's more like a hand mode, just nothing crazy, something that, very light, just like the Ingersoll Rand model, their mid-torque. Speed 2, though, that is something, it is very powerful. I would probably say between 200 and 250 foot-pounds. I'll let you see it right here. And to change these settings, all you do is press this button, just like all the Milwaukee tools. Take a look. Let's put it down here. It's pushing a lot of torque. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure. There's nowhere to find that I looked. You might be able to find it. If you could, let us know. Comment below. I looked everywhere. But, like I said, 200 to 250, I would, speculate. So definitely, on speed 2, it's almost as powerful. It's more powerful probably than the Ryobi, and just about as strong as this rigid. Because this rigid is 325, but yeah, I don't know about that all the way. But anyway, let's take a look at speed 3. So just really smooth. It's not jumping around. It's just, oh, I love it. I've had this in my hand. I've just been playing with it for the last hour. I'm just so amazed at the power of this impact wrench. It's just amazing. But yeah, 450 foot-pounds, 600 foot-pounds of nut braking torque. I probably said it 10 times, but to get that amount of torque out of something this small, I just want to tell the world. It's pretty interesting. All right, but now I want to do a little size comparison here. Now this is the Ryobi, their older version. They have a newer version out. It's pretty much the same size, but this has 200 foot-pounds of torque. The newer model has 300, but this is all equal here. Yep, I'm just making sure. So it's just unbelievable. You got 200 foot-pounds here, 325 foot-pounds here, 450 foot-pounds here. It's just so compact, guys. These are both the Rigid and the Ryobi. These are their brand's highest torqued impact wrenches. And to have a mid-torque that is, so much smaller. Not only outperform it in pretty much every way possible. This has no speed settings. It's just straightforward. This one doesn't have any speed settings. The new Ryobi, though, the newer Ryobi, I believe, does have, I think, 2 or 3 different settings. It's a really good bang for your buck, but the newer Ryobi. But to be honest with you, it's really not, because I think it's like $119, and you can get this for $159. And I mean, it's just night and day. The newer one is not brushless. This is not brushless. This is brushless. I mean, I believe this is brand new. Not in a combo kit, $120. Again, to pay the extra 30 or $40 to have a brushless impact wrench that's smaller, has 3 settings, brushless. It's just, to me, it's a no-brainer. There's really nobody in this category that's even close to this impact wrench. I mean, Ingersoll Rand has one, a nice one, but I mean, it's, $300. To get this for $159, I mean, I think you might be able to get the Ingersoll Rand for like $269 as a bare tool, but it's still like $100 more than this, and there's just not a better value out there. I mean, and this is going to solve, like I said, most of the people using impact wrenches. I'm not saying not in certain situations they might need 700 foot-pounds, they might need 600 foot-pounds, they might need 500 foot-pounds, but for the majority of the work that they're doing, they're in that 200 to 300 range, sometimes 300 to 400, and to lug around, one of those big, heavy, high-torque impact wrenches, those days are gone with the introduction to this impact wrench. Because now you got this. It's not a really big investment. It's $159. It's, you don't need the whole kit here. If you're in the Milwaukee platform, I mean, if you're looking to get into it, this is a great starter kit. You're getting 2 5-amp-hour batteries, the rapid charger, and of course, one of the best impact wrenches that I've ever put my hands on. So I really like it. I think it's going to be a game changer. It's definitely going to make lives of a lot of people, mechanics, anyone. It's anyone who uses an impact wrench on a fairly consistent basis. This will make your life easier. And any comments or questions, let me know. I'd love to hear what you have to say. I have a big write-up on this on my website, www.toolboss44.net. Acme Tools has this available. Again, no tax. If you're interested, check them out. I have the link up on the website, and I'll have it underneath this video. But any comments or questions, let me know, and I will catch you guys on the next one.